Alberta's Environment Minister, Shannon Phillips, thinks we need to get better at conflict resolution to better deal with ISIS. On Monday, when asked if a Canadian contingent would still be attending the United Nations Climate Change Summit in Paris at the end of November, she said this: "I'm sure it will be a significantly more somber atmosphere here, and I think what it does is it shows us that we have a tremendous amount of work to do as a global community, both on climate change and obviously on issues related to peace and conflict resolution." Shannon Phillips piled a whole lot of crazy into that one run-on sentence. Where do I start? I guess maybe with the obvious. 129 people are dead, 352 people are injured. The French police are still looking for suspects, and Shannon Phillips thinks that this violent act of jihad demonstrates that we need to do more work on climate change. Is there nothing the left won't blame on climate change? Stubbed my toe. Climate change. Ate some bad seafood. Climate change did it. Mass murder act of jihad? Well, climate again. The left is so scared to hold fundamental Islamists accountable for the evil they perpetrate that they'll blame the weather. Think about that. Phillips also says we need to do more work on issues related to peace and conflict resolution to better deal with jihadis. That's crazy talk, but that's the standard talking point for the left, that we could have and should have negotiated with ISIS. I mean, our own National Defense Minister, Harjit Sajjan, is saying the same thing. Jordan tried to negotiate for their captured pilot, and he was burned alive in a cage. ISIS doesn't want an end to conflict. They want to rule the world, and they won't stop until the West stops them. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the self-proclaimed head of the Islamic Caliphate, treats women like cattle. He takes hostages as wives. Does anyone think he actually cares about climate change? Do you think he really cares about negotiating with anyone? But why would Shannon Phillips say something so strange and so full of unmitigated Western guilt? Well, Phillips used to work for Al Jazeera. That's the Alberta-hating propaganda arm of the Qatari government. It's like CBC with an extra helping of hate. And she did get an enthusiastic endorsement from Avi Lewis, the host of Al Jazeera's Fault Lines. And he happens to be Eco-Loon Naomi Klein's husband, so Shannon really covered both bases there. I wonder if Phillips is so full of hate for Alberta and our ethical oil that she'd try to superimpose her climate change agenda as a motivating factor for terrorists. You know what they say. You can take the girl off of Al Jazeera, but you can't take Al Jazeera out of the girl. For TheRebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid.